The speculation about Avengers Doomsday just being a literal gimmick because it appears they're bringing back most of the legacy Avengers. Almost like they're trying to do a Deadpool and Wolverine, bring back the OG Avengers for nostalgic play. It's really picking up steam since Chris Evans has officially returned, although apparently he's not signed. So, if we go back 5 to 10 months, even a year, there were fan-made leaks, if you like. We don't know if they're real. Because you've got to understand, this movie has switched from Kang's Dynasty into Doomsday. Although there was always an underlying plot that there was going to be some variance of a multiversal Avengers team with the same actors, with the caveat, like the likes of Captain America will be playing Hydra, the likes of Hulk will be like Maestro Hulk or Savage Hulk, or some variance of that. But the only plot hole is Doom isn't an evil variant of someone else. Unless they're trying to tell us that RDJ's actually playing an evil Iron Man, and he's not playing Doctor Doom. See, the interesting thing about having all these announcements come out publicly, although sure, Chris Evans was revealed via a trade and it's not official, is the fact that RDJ is back officially. He could actually be playing a variant of Iron Man without us even knowing. So, yo, what is freaking good YouTube? Wish you here if you are new around subscribed. Never miss any of the Marvel, DC, Kaiju, Monsters, pop culture-based content that I try to deliver on a daily basis. You could subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, and let me know down below. So, let's check out the info. So, information went round quite a while ago about rumblings of the multiverse masters of evil in the next Avengers movie. It was hinted heavily Robert Downey Jr. is Doctor Doom, and Chris Evans could team up as a evil Avengers. Could we see and enlist more villainous variants to help the cause? If so, we'd imagine Captain Hydra is a very possible return for Chris Evans. Not only that, Chris Evans and RDJ both said they would only return if it made sense. Although Chris Evans did his little stint on Broadway, he's not really had many big roles since then. But this goes back years. So Alex from the Cosmic Circus shared the cover of the 2017 Avengers, a key chapter in the build-up to the Jonathan Hickman Secret Wars. Apparently, this was pinned on a drawing board in Marvel Studios when we were getting Avengers Kang's Dynasty. It shows the original Avengers being pitted against a new team, a hint perhaps at what is to come for the MCU. I mean, evil Avengers versus good Avengers, or like old Avengers versus new Avengers. I mean, there is a lot of cadence there. There really is. So Variety caught up with Benedict Cumberbatch recently at an event, and he had this to say about the return to Doomsday. Calling the character a complex motivated by a need for control at any cost. The actor added, I'm interested to see where this cost takes him. There is a lot more to play. It's very exciting. That was for the future talk, but Cumberbatch did reflect on the MCU experience as being like this. When they're really good, they're captivated. Speak to us and our culture. They are so much fun to do. Marvel will literally do a lot of locations. They do a lot of real set builds, and there are a lot of 360 stuff to work with, despite moments where you go, I need to step outside because I've seen it's green and blue all day. He added before he learned how to have fun by observing Robert Downey Jr. and Tom Holland's alliteration on the set of Avengers Infinity War. So this evil Avengers keeps re-emerging and keeps reappearing, which, sure, it makes a lot of sense. But RDJ Doctor Doom isn't evil. But the fact that they are bringing Chris Evans back, and Chris Evans said he'd only come back if it was a meaningful role. So as we know, the team up most likely for Avengers Doomsday will be the following: Captain Marvel, Kamala Khan, Thor, and this is where the plot hole this is where there's a plot hole in the evil Avengers. But these actors could be playing, you know, like real Thor, playing Thor, and playing, I don't know, like Beta Ray Bill, Evil, or something like that. Bruce Banner playing the Hulk, obviously, Ant-Man, and one. The only problem here is the new Avengers squad is going to get absolutely freaking bodied by the evil Avengers. Now, a lot of people were expecting the legacy characters to appear in Avengers Secret Wars, but the more we think about it and the longer time goes on, the more Avengers Doomsday is actually seeming like that's actually going to be a variation of Secret Wars. And a lot of people seem to think the Void is actually going to be Battleworld. Now, we know these movies are scheduled to come out a year apart, 2026, 2027. The alleged information going around at the moment is that Avengers Doomsday is going to shoot towards the end of 2025 in England, which does make sense because They get a massive tax break. They really do. So it's fascinating that all this information comes out because we know that there's going to be a lot of heartbreaking, emotional moments with all the information going around about Scarlet Witch. Is she going to be on Team Evil side? We know apparently King Thanos is going to return in, and it's just going to be very interesting to see what actually happens, because maybe Marvel's pushing information out there that they want out there, but maybe this has got nothing to do with what actually people think it is to do with. Because we've got to go back to what the Russo brothers said. They alliterate they've got a great story and they wouldn't do it unless it was worth doing. So it can't just be evil versus good storyline. No one's really got any concrete evidence, but it does suggest with the likes of Chris Evans returning, he's not going to be Captain America again. He's going to be a multiversal version of Captain America, aka Captain Hydra or something like that. But that doesn't necessarily mean this is going to be straightforward and the multiversal team are going to actually play ball and work for Doom. There's a lot of cadences and a lot of variations of things that could actually happen. We know that the Venom symbiote is supposed to save Spider-Man Tom Holland in this movie, potentially, because we know Doomsday sets up Spider-Man 4. So maybe this good versus evil storyline doesn't take place necessarily in Doomsday. Maybe it's just set up in Doomsday, and then you'll see properly what happens in Avengers Secret Wars a year later. I'm very excited for this. Do I think it's as clean cut and as cutthroat as just the evil Avengers? I don't think it will be, but it would be good to have the OG Avengers back, but have them in very different roles. That would be sick. Have an evil Thor, evil Spider-Man, evil Hulk, evil Captain America, evil Scarlet Witch, so on and so forth. But we've already kind of seen evil versions of the Scarlet Witch and an evil version of Doctor Strange, so it's kind of hard to understand how Marvel can pull this off. Obviously, by announcing the actors are coming back, Captain America Chris Evans could literally be playing Captain America. We don't know. The same with Robert Downey Jr. He could be playing Doctor Doom. He could be playing the real Iron Man. We don't know. So it's going to be fascinating to see what happens when we get closer to this filming. And when they start filming, that's how we can verify and vet information. But I believe this does confirm the plot leak that's been going around loosely, that there will be a variation of an evil Avengers in Avengers Doomsday and or in Secret Wars, because whatever happens in Avengers Doomsday will have to kind of line up and slide in the DMs to Secret Wars. It's going to be very interesting to find out, to see what happens. But ever since Chris Evans information came out, everyone is talking about the evil Avengers, which would be cool to see. We've not seen it before. And it would be Marvel at its best, because if we're getting the OG Avengers back, but they're just playing a slightly different role of the variation that we already had, it would make a lot of sense. The Avengers Kang Dynasty originally was supposed to be about the main Avengers facing off against the evil Avengers, and we already know that. We really do. The Dark Avengers is a team of villains posing as heroes, and it will play a significant role going forward, apparently, in Secret Wars. They will serve as Doctor Doom's loyal minions, carrying his orders and helping him to achieve the goal of conquering the multiverse. I mean, and you've got to trust them because they look literally the same. But I still think that Robert Downey Jr. is actually playing Doctor Doom and he's not playing Iron Man. But who freaking knows? Who freaking knows? And then we have the likes of some of these scoopers saying, yeah, they might actually team up and just play the evil Avengers, because the fact they're filming and the fact they're kind of being announced, they could literally do anything without the audience really knowing until the movie come out. So like always, guys, check us out on Instagram at Warstu, check us out on Twitter, WarstuJ, and I'll catch you in another video very soon, guys. Catch you later.